Here is Tomi Lahren. She's host of both First and Final Thoughts on Fox Nation. She's also author of the upcoming book, Never Play Dead, How the Truth Makes You Unstoppable. Love that title, Tomi.
Hey, thank you. It's the motto I live by.
Okay,
Especially with people like Maxine Waters. You can't play dead with these kind of people.
My premise on my editorial there is that it is Speaker Pelosi who has lost control of her caucus. What do you say to that?
Well, she absolutely has, but I think when we move into election season, I think that Nancy is very good at one thing, and that is the money, the fundraising dollars. And she's got that San Francisco machine ready to go. I think that people are going to have to rely more on her than they think. So whereas it looks like she's lost control with perception and public perception, I think she's still got the dollars and money talks. These Democrats love money.
But she's lost control of the newcomers and the old guard like Maxine Waters. I mean, they're calling the shots at the moment. Not so much the policy shots, but the public image shots of the Democrat Party.
And I think that that couldn't be better for us as Trump supporters, as Republicans, as conservatives. I think every time we let people like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Maxine Waters, every time we shine a light on them, they look worse and worse. We're reminded why we voted for Donald Trump. The more that they call him crazy, the more that they call him dangerous, the more we see how dangerous they are. They're projecting, and the American people see it too.
Right around the time when Maxine Waters was organizing that mob rule crowd, I think you were attacked in public, were you not?
I was, in Minnesota, of all places. Yeah, so it was actually right before she said that, but then after that, you know, the attacks always kind of continue on conservatives, and we don't like to talk about it as much because we don't like to draw attention to it. Because sadly, after what happened to me happened, there was water thrown at me. After that, it actually got worse because people wanted to replicate and imitate it, and I think that people like Maxine Waters had a lot to do with it because people thought that there was their moral responsibility to confront and attack conservatives. They thought they were in the right by doing it.
That was appalling. I mean, that's a terrible thing in American politics when public figures, Kirsten Nielsen, she was forced out of a restaurant. Ms. Sanders, the press secretary.
The Red Hen, yeah.
Yeah, she was forced out of a restaurant and confronted in public. I think that's a terrible development for us.
It is. I think it's only going to get worse as we head into 2020.
Really?
I think it's going to get worse. I think that the more the Democrats lose on policy issues, the more they lose on things like Russia, which why they as Americans wanted that to be true is actually appalling in and of itself. They wanted our president to have conspired and colluded with Russia, so that's problematic on its own. But the more that they have fewer and fewer policy wins and they don't have really an agenda beyond coddling illegals and raising your taxes, the more they're going to resort to this mob rule, this mob mentality.
I'm sure you saw the video. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she went on Instagram Live once again. There she was talking policy, she was drinking wine, assembling some furniture. Now, I know that you're a vigorous opponent of her socialism. I got that. But will you admit that she uses social media? She uses it very, very well. She looks and sounds good and draws attention like that.
Well, she's been able to be successful on social media and gain a following on social media, and that's something that I also understand very well, so I applaud her for that. The problem is the policy's not there, the logic isn't there, the common sense isn't there, and the education really isn't there when it comes to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, but she is good on Instagram. I'll give her that. I would rather she become an Instagram personality than represent anyone in Congress. I think that she would be better suited for that. Maybe The Bachelorette, maybe, you know, The Real Housewives of somewhere. Whoa. That might be a better avenue for her.
You know, Tomi, I really hope that I never cross you, because a put down from you would be just catastrophic. I mean, I don't think it'd ever work again. But thank you very much for being with us today. We really do appreciate it.
It's great to be here.